Okay, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning from wherever from the world you're joining. So, thank you so much for joining today our Gemini Nexus, the Agentverse session, our level 5 building multimodal agents that can see and hear with Dr. Esther. So, she is a professor from Institute STTS, and she is also founder of aikan.id, and also she is a Google developer expert in AI and cloud. So without further ado, so I would like to pass the floor to Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much, uh, Mr. Samuel, who invited me to talk today. So it's nice to meet you all, and I'm very happy to be able to see you all online. And I hope someday we can meet at on-site workshop event of GDG, maybe Google Developer Group, uh, Kuala Lumpur, or maybe from GDG UTM on campus itself. So today I will be sharing about multimodal agent, and I want to focus on how it can also read and hear, so it can process data and also load some data. But before I start my session, I would like you all to make sure you have set up your account with the available credit. Let me share the window here. Okay, so please activate your credits. You can access this URL, try gcp.dev, and use your personal email account. So don't use your university student account or use your work account, but please use your private or Gmail email so you can get the credits. I will share in the yeah, sorry. I think yeah, the chat is disabled, so I will update the in the
Open
slide.
already, Doctor.
Oh, it's okay.
I open already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just let. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, okay. Thank you for sharing in the chat. So I see that Mr. Samuel has shared in the chat. So yeah, I'll get back to the slides then. So let me share the slides again. Yeah. So you can access this URL, try gcp.dev, and then sign into your personal account. And then you can input the information or details. And there's also the code that is provided in the chat. It's the coupon code for you to yeah, get some credits for this workshop. So you can choose to click here to access your credits. And then you can set it up and make sure it's available in the billing. So I will first demonstrate how to get the credits. Okay, so try. So try gcp.dev, and then you can log in with your Google account, which is maybe your Gmail account. Okay, and then we can like obtain from the available code. So yeah, let me access the link directly. So here, if you access the try GCP directly, you cannot get this interface. So it's better to directly access from the link provided, and then you can click here to access your credits. And then you can fill up your first name and last name, and then choose accept and continue. Okay, so to make sure the credits are available, you can click here. It's the $5 that you can get. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, thank you for sharing. So we can get the $5 one-time credit available. So I think it's okay. Uh, anyone that already successfully get the code, please give your reaction. Okay, thank you for your reactions. I think yeah, several people has already obtained their credit. So if it's completed, then we can create a new project. Maybe we have given a name that we want. You can choose maybe a multimodal agent or any name you prefer. And you can choose your billing account that is already available. So, like I shared previously, we have to choose the trial billing account that was provided, which is $5 previously. We must choose it. Yeah, this one. Usually, yeah, for me, there's so many trials, but I think for you all, it will be only one or maybe some because you have maybe joined the previous levels. So, yeah, just use the newest billing account. And then, uh, if you're confused, you can check out the billing and projects page. So, if you cannot find the previous name of your credit, you can put this URL here. Yeah, you can check up in the URL console google.com/billing/page. So here, if you want to check out, yeah, so the billing that I have, I think is related to the trial account. So yeah, you can find your billing here and then check it out. Yeah, for me, it's so hectic here. So many billing accounts. So yeah, just check the URL and yeah, set up your billing account. Okay, so I will now continue with my explanation. Well, you maybe all will continue to set up or make sure that your billing account is there with the $5 credit. Anyone or someone is giving thumbs down? Maybe yeah, Mr. Samuel can help the participants that are having some problems. Yeah, some of them yeah, one is giving thumbs down, so maybe there's a difficulty in getting the billing account and credits. Maybe you can discuss with chat or yeah. I will continue first because we have limited time, like only 1 hour. So yeah, I'm a professor at Institut Science and Technology Terpadu Surabaya. I'm also heading the Department for Information Systems, but I had my doctoral degree at electrical engineering, but with the concentration for artificial intelligence also. So yeah, we created apps for artificial intelligence too in the electrical engineering department. And I'm the founder and organizer of Google Developer Group Surabaya. So if you I'll someday go to Surabaya. Surabaya is the second largest city in Indonesia. So we have the Jakarta city, which is the largest city in Indonesia, and the second one is Surabaya, which is the most largest city in the East Java province. For Jakarta is at the Java, so for Surabaya we're at the East Java. And then I'm also a GDE for machine learning and cloud champion innovator. Have any one of you met me at an event at Kuala Lumpur or maybe Penang or from any other part of the country or even other countries? So yeah, that's some of my community work, and you can connect with me at my LinkedIn Linktree, Linktree, where you can check my LinkedIn and other social media that I maintain to be able to share about technology to everyone. And yeah, so one of the largest achievement is going to Google I/O as a Google Developer Group organizer in 2040. So I got to try the self-driving car, but I did a mistake. So when I took a picture, I sat in the position of the driver because as a someone that is riding on a self-driving car, we don't have to uh, touch or take control of the steering wheel. So I did a mistake in the picture. Yeah. So now it's the age of generative AI, and yeah, I think any one of you that is feeling uncertain for of your future as an AI engineer or software engineer, anyone that is feeling uncertain, oh yeah. So yeah, I think maybe this is something that we need to think about. But the important thing is now we have to do something, right? So we cannot just like think about it. What will happen if AI is becoming more expert in writing code? So what will happen with us all? But we have to do something right now. So we have to like prepare in every point of view that we need to do something. So yeah, what do you want to be? Maybe you want to be a data engineer. Maybe you want to be a software architect or app developer or platform engineer. Yeah, some stuff that we need to make sure. So as an app developer, yeah, everyone does uh, do vibe coding, right? Anyone that doesn't do vibe coding, I think everyone has tried, and maybe there's some workshop in the future because Google Developer Group will also focus on anti-gravity right now. So you will see more and more workshop about we how can we vibe coding, and it's something sure in the future. But code that is created with vibe coding, there's some problem like the quality of the code. So I see some jokes, that said that back-end engineers and front-end engineer is now all becoming a quality assurance team because they have to make sure that the code created by AI is having a good quality. So now maybe we will become quality assurance engineers in the future. But yeah, that's something that is important nowadays. And don't forget that we cannot have a technical depth. So we have to make sure that we understand the whole system. And architect's burden, we have to break down the organizational silos and create the correct like models, patterns, and we want to make sure that the it's still the same problem, AI or no AI. It's about the cost. So companies want to minimize the cost usually and or optimize the cost and then make sure that the software is secure. And for data engineer, it's now becoming more popular because companies know AI and like sometimes companies are confused like what can I do with AI? So usually now companies are preparing data engineers, they open job openings for this field because data engineers must prepare the data that will be processed by the AI, and all data must be AI ready. And how about the platform? We want to make sure it's secure, it's scalable, it's always there in a good way, and we want to avoid prompt injection. Also automate and everything with AI. So here I know that you all are interested in this workshop because you want to know more about agentic. And yeah, I give a thumbs up for you all that wants to learn even in your extra time, maybe in your yeah, Friday night, you still want to explore. And yeah, it's already great for you all. You are like, you know that there's this breaking point and you want to do something. So everything now will become AI agents, and we want to make sure that our application, our systems is AI generated. So what are the things that we need to make sure about? It's the model that we use, because actually agents use LLMs. And then what are the tools that we want to use? The reasoning, how does the LLM think? We want to know, and we want to like read a log of it so we know that it takes and creates decision in a correct way, not in a black box manner. And yeah, the final challenge is also deployment. So we want to choose the right platform and deploy it in a safe and secure and scalable platforms. So yeah, I know you all know about AI agents. So the challenge is from prototyping to production ready. And maybe if you are university students, you can make sure that you have the capabilities to make the agents production ready. So it's important in the companies nowadays. So AI agents have some core concepts, which is how they work and the tools behind it. And you have chosen the correct platform, because in the Google Cloud's agent ecosystem, we can build our own agents, use cloud agents, and we can even partner with other agents. So in the bottom part of this image, I am also emphasizing again, we need to know the models. Usually Gemini is the brain of the agent, and then all the tools that needs to support the agent, and orchestration about reasoning and action. We have to make sure it's effective, and then the infrastructure that is used as the platform. So today we will try to use graph database. So actually graph is not too popular back then, but now it's important because it is something that represent knowledge, and it's faster to know complex relationship. So here we have some entities in the graph, which is there will be survivor, skill, and resources. And then we will also try to do AI powered search, which is semantic search. And later I will explain how to do it. And then we can extract data from image. We can use the multi-agent orchestration and also memory. So usually with AI chatbots nowadays, we want to make sure that the AI remembers us, because we want to do something that is repetitive. So if we want to do some job that is like it's done every day or even every hour, and then we don't want to teach the AI again every day, like we want to describe it again to it. We want the AI agent to have memory so it can remember our instruction, and next time when we give data to the agent, it can directly execute according to the memory that it has. So we will build a graph visualization, and then we want to do intelligent search. We want to extract entities from image and video. We want to create multi-agent system for complex task orchestration, and memory bank integration for interactions. So this is the core technology that we will use. We have the database, which is the cloud spanner graph, and then the AI search with Gemini and embeddings. Embeddings is transforming the data so the AI can process it. So it's like the task of a data scientist to make the data AI ready. And then we have the Agent Development Kit, our favorite framework for creating agents, where it can orchestrate AI workflows. And then we have the Vertex AI Memory Bank to save the user preference or any setup the user has. And then we have the front end, which is interactive 3D graph visualization. So graph is now important for knowledge. So if we just want to store data, we can use MySQL, MySQL, or we can use like other database storage options. But if we want to process knowledge and make sure the knowledge is accessible in a fast and easy way, then we can use graph. And for visualizing the knowledge graph, we can use 3GS, for example. We also have Network X as an alternative, and also we have Neo4JS if you want to explore. That's usually the three main libraries for graph processing and displaying information in the JavaScript environment. So you can get my slides at this URL. So you can type it down, bit.ly/gdgutm. You can type this URL. I will wait for a moment. So you can access the slides and you can cross check and maybe uh, know the walkthrough of our experiments. Okay, everyone has access his URL. Please give a reaction if you already done. Okay, I think everyone. Yeah.
I can't access the
Sorry.
I can't access the link.
Oh yeah. What's the problem?
It tells me the site can't be reached.
Oh,
Uh,
maybe some issues. You can refresh in the moment and maybe check again and let me know if you still have problems. But to access the slide, you have to log into your Gmail account. But any account is okay. Yeah, just log into any Google account and you can access it actually. So yeah, we have to claim our billing account with the $5 credit, and then we can access the Cloud Shell editor. So make sure that we are allowed to access it, and then we want to clone this URL. I will copy it to you. So yeah, so you can git clone this URL. So let me open the platform. Okay, so I created an agent for demonstration purposes, and then we can activate the Cloud Shell in the top right corner. We can click authorize. And then I will give some demonstration about how it will be when we completed the workshop. So here we have a visualization. So there is a survivor, which is someone that needs to be helped. And then we have the skill, which is each person has the ability to maybe help someone find something or cure someone in the disease. So we have survivors in the graph, and then we have skills of each of them, and that they can help one another. And this is the visualization of the graph, which I can use my hands to move the objects. I can use my left or right hand and move the nodes in the graph. So here we have the nodes, and then we have the data. And we can also like ask something about the survivor. So here we can ask like what is happening and anyone can help me like that. So for example, who can help with medical emergencies. So here's the question area where we can like ask some question. Here is the question in the right side. So I chat about this and it is trying to get a solution. We can also look at the notes. So for example, these are yeah, not real characters or not real names. So for example, Sarah Park, it's the position role is navigator and the node ID is survivor. And then here's the skill detected, and then this is the other skill. So here Sarah Park has the skill for navigation, for cartography, and for botany. Here's another survivor, which is Elena Frost, which is the role is a xenobiologist, and it can do several tasks here. So we can see that it has medical skills. So here I ask who can help with medical emergencies, and the LLM actually and the system answered David Jen, which is a 65% match, and Dr. Elena Frost, which is a 54%. So we can also ask to show all the survivor and their locations. So we have the list of the survivor, which is David Jen and Dr. Elena Frost, Sarah Park, and Captain Yuki Tanaka. So this is a simulation only to explain better and give some examples so you can yeah, see the results and get the info, or you can imagine what will we gonna do now. So back here. So have you all created your own projects? Okay, then we will come inside the area where we will start building the system here. So actually there's the GitHub here. So we will take the prepared GitHub that is already available. So first, make sure that you have already set up your project correctly, and then we can like see the GitHub out list and make sure that it's correctly connected to the project that we are creating. So here we can type GitHub, sorry, Gcloud. Wait a moment, I think it's loading. Gcloud out list. Yeah. So here we are making sure that the users is correct, the credential is correct, and the active account is correct. Then the next step, we can copy the git clone instruction that I have already posted in the chat. So we are cloning this project, which has the data for us. And then after that, we will cross-check and look at the project to make sure it already has all the information needed. So we will click the Cloud Shell Editor terminal here in the top part, Open Editor. So maybe we need some time, and while we are waiting, I will walk through to the steps. So we will initialize the Cloud Shell Editor terminal, and then we will open the terminal, and we will change our drive to the project that is already imported from GitHub. So here's the steps where we'll open our terminal from the Cloud Shell editor, and we will run this executable script. Then we will set our project ID, and then we will enable services to compute AI platform, cloud build, artifact registry, spanner, and storage. These are the technologies that we want to use. And then we will execute the setup script. What are inside the code? We have sample data from the GitHub for the backend code, and we also have the setup data, which is loading and creating the names of the survivor data previously I demonstrated. So it's a collaborative multi-AI agent system where we can upload media, we can have the cloud spanner, and we can also use any AI technologies that is important. So in the back end, it has several agents for uploading data, extracting data, communicating with the database, and summarizing information. And also there's the graph RAG implementation, which is setting up the data retrieval. Also, in the backend, there's the code for converting raw visual data into structured text information, and also the memory bank utilization, and it's all done in the backend. So for setup Python, it will create the project in the Google Cloud Spanner, and it will define the entities, which is the survivors, and also biomes and other, and their relation, which is having the skill and other type of relation. So after loading the data, we can check out the data and explore the data. So now I will go back to this part. Let me check again. Yeah, I think it takes some time to connect. So I will share again about the steps. So we will load the sample data, and then we can access Spanner Studio. So Spanner is a graph storage, but it also has a studio for us to visualize our data. So after choosing the Spanner Studio, we can view the graph structure. So there's the survivors, which is the agents or players in the simulation. And then biomi is where they are located. And then the skills is what they can do. So it's the abilities that they have. So each skill has its own node. And when a survivor can have the skill, or they can get, they have, or they like save the information, we can put an edge that the survivor has the skill to cure, for example. And then also needs. So each survivor also have some needs that they lack of. Yeah, so it's like a quest or mission. And then there's items found in the world, which is items that can be get or processed. So first we can check out from the survivor network what are the survivors, and we can check out the graphs. And then we can know also the skill metrics. So for graph framework, we are also displaying the data and we can query the data. So it's similar to regular database or a SQL-based database, but it can also store relationship between items, and that's the graph process. But we can also query and like ask something like who is in crisis, and then we can get the result. So yeah, before we move on, I hope I already completed to load my Cloud Shadow editor. Okay, wait. Any one of you have opened your editor? You can react, please. Or you are still loading like me? Yes, someone else wants to ask something.
Uh, I have problem with configuration set project because the moment I try to set this project ID and then then it has errors.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can paste your error in the chat box. Okay, I'm also checking the chat box. So Irat asked after git clone, what do you need to do? So after git clone, you have to you have to access the Cloud Shell and then choose Open Editor. So I will show again the steps. Okay, so yeah, let me show the steps because yeah, the Cloud Editor is not loading. So we can choose in the top right corner, which is Authorize Cloud Shell. Yeah, so some review back because some is not completed this step yet. So I will actually explain it also. And then, yeah, I think it needs some time, but we can like skip to this part. I think most of you has completed to open the G-Cloud off list. And then we got the request for loading the GitHub. So GitHub to the URL that I provided in the chat. And then after loading from GitHub, we are then going to click the open editor. So in the top right corner, there's the open editor part, and then we will connect to the Cloud editor. And then we will call init sh, which is loading the dependency that we need to access here. So
From here, they say it says it's not a directory.
after git clone or before git clone?
So basically, after I access the way back home and level 2, and then there's this init shell. I don't know how am I going to load this whole. How am I going to change direction to init sh because it says it's not a directory.
Okay, wait. So wait, wait. So you have to change after opening the editor. You have to change to the editor will. Are you seeing this interface?
Where's it? Okay. Where is the interface? Where? Okay, the level 2, and then there is this init shell, right? Oh, I got in.
Yeah, open the editor and then you can see this interface. Maybe you haven't seen. Yeah, I think it's too fast forward. So you can open the terminal and then you can access this instruction like in the slide, which is let me show
Wait,
this.
how am I going to use this?
Which one?
The init shell, and then so basically this init shell is what am I going to do in the init shell?
This one, view terminal.
Okay, the terminal.
Yeah, view
terminal or what?
Yeah, view terminal.
What do you? Okay, new terminal, right?
View terminal.
You mean new one, right?
This one, let me put on the laser pointer. So here, can you see the view one? View terminal.
Okay, let me check because this AI thing is making it much harder to do the captions
Yeah.
because I find it very hard. That's what the screen is too small, and then they all use this. They all use this AI or something. Let me try to cancel it off. So, I'm sorry, I just lost my temper. So the new terminal, and then
View terminal. View. So have you opened the Cloud Shell editor?
Yeah. Okay.
And then can you see the menu for view?
What? Never mind. I will share screen because mine is kind of different. You mean this one?
Oh wait, let me check because I'm in a full screen now. Yeah, we have the view on the left of Go.
Wait, view and then
Terminal, yeah.
terminal.
Yeah.
Okay. I never had this before.
So yeah, you're completed, then you're safe. Let me share again. Yeah, this one. So in the terminal, you can run.
No wonder why I oops. No wonder why I don't know whether it's the shell terminal or the or this editor terminal. I might need
Yeah,
to just
you can close the AI part if you are confused. So you can focus on the terminal.
uh, I mean I find it very interesting on how to use the editor's terminal. I thought there is two. There are only one. I know there's only the shell terminal, but even the editor has this terminal. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I think it's okay, right? Yeah. Okay, so back to the steps. So we can like change our directory to the way back home directory that we can like call the initialize to initialize the settings that we are already preparing about. So yeah, this one. So change directory to the way back home and then level 2. Yeah, that's right. For Adityan. And then after we change directory to the directory, we can set up our project. So here we want to
Wait, but it says init shell is not a directory.
um yeah, so it's not a directory, it's a file. So we have to change directory and then we can call the init sh1. Are you okay? So it's a two-line code actually. Let me separate it to not be confused. So we can change directory to the available directory and then call the init. So I'm sharing it in two row now. So we have to change it, change directory to the level 2 and then we call the init.
Professor, you are not sharing the screen. You just sharing the screen for the slide only.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm sharing the whole screen so it will be more clear. Okay, so this is the review of the interface, and then I will also share the recording of the walkthrough. So if you have problems or something is hindering you, or you need some more time, I will share the recording of the walkthrough also. So here, after changing to the directory, which is way back home level 2, and then in the next
Hey,
command,
Professor, you're not sharing too.
oh, oh really? Wait, oh, yeah. I'm sharing the entire screen, but I don't know why it's okay. Is it clear now? Okay. So here I'm calling the init shell here, which is the anything that we need to prepare. So it will call the requirements that is needed for this project. And you can check the file. So if you want to know what are the requirements, you can just open the sh file where all the information is displayed in the sh file. Okay, any questions?
Professor,
Hmm?
but my one is different from you because I already initiated the init.shell, but
Yeah.
yours one can directly run through everything, but my pause it asks me the project ID.
Oh yeah. So let me show the slides. So before enabling anything, you can make sure that your project ID is activated. So let me copy the instruction here. Let me give the template in the chat box. Okay. Wait. Copy and then paste here. So config, you can call if you're getting a message that you haven't activated your project ID, then you can place it in the placeholder without I'm giving it in the chat box. So you can gcloud config set project, and you can replace the placeholder tag, including the opening and closing. Yeah, you can replace that placeholder with your project ID. So for example, for my project ID, I'm using the previously Agent Pro Multi. So you all can set up your project ID. If you forgot about your project ID, you can use the G-Cloud. I can copy it for you again. So in the previous step, which is auth list and project, you can also check out your project list. So yeah, the project is actually located here in the top left. So yeah, this is the ID of your project.
So, Professor,
Mm.
your slide sequence is a bit confusing. So, can you see the initialize? So the slash init dot
Oh
shell
yeah,
should not
yeah,
be here. We
yeah.
should put after the setup project ID first, right?
Uh actually sometimes like you can do it after. So maybe when you execute the shell, maybe you haven't set up the combo box in the top usually. So actually for the init, it doesn't need to activate the project ID yet, but after the init, sometimes we can still set up the project because we will need to set up the project for this step. So G Cloud services. So after setting up the project ID, we will call this one. So this instruction, which is yeah, this one. Yeah, so yeah, like Carol said that init set up and then yeah, ready to set up. So it's not always a requirement to set the project ID first. So let me get back to the demonstration here. So after setting up the init sh in this demonstration that I recorded before,
Professor?
yes.
Yeah, I have a problem with setting up the environment.
Mhm.
It gives me my project lacks an environment tag.
Okay, wait a moment.
That's the
Environment.
error that I got.
Oh yeah, can you copy your error?
Okay, one second.
Oh, this one. Yeah, this error. It's I think it's just a warning.
Okay.
It happened to me.
Not an error?
Yeah.
Is it an error or?
Oh, just a warning. So I also had this warning. So, can you see my screen, which is project lacks an environment tag? Please create or add a tag. Yeah. So it's like a warning, but
Oh,
I think for the meantime, we don't need to set it up first because it's just reminder. So actually, like when we create anything in the cloud platform, it is better to give a tag, which is now we are in the development phase, or we are in the testing phase, or in the staging phase, or production phase. Yeah.
okay, okay.
So it's like a best practice to give a tag.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And after doing the init and then setting up the project, and then we can call gcloud services, enable compute Google APIs, so we can set up all the libraries needed.
Wait, so sorry to interrupt. I
Yeah.
mean, so we had to, so I had to set my project ID and the enable required APIs to in the shell terminal instead of the shell editor terminal.
Yeah, because we want to make sure it's in the way back home level 2 directory. But if you want to set it up from the shell not in the editor, it's also okay. But in the editor, we can
But
also.
it says argue must be but I didn't. I still get this error.
Oh, what type of error?
It says cloud config set argument value must be set specified, and then the value must be specified.
Okay, let me check again. Maybe you can share your screen for better visualization.
You mean
I mean
this?
this? Okay. Uh, can you show the top part?
The what?
The previous comment, what did you call for the comment?
I hold on. I need to delete all this. It has a before all this. I try to do the authentic, but but I need to scroll up. So basically, I use Google Cloud Off List on the shell. Sorry, I use the first time I type is G Cloud Off List over here,
Okay.
and then I try to run this code, but it says not a directory. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then uh, how am I supposed to? And then even though I did it already, or did this, even though I finished doing this in the shell terminal,
Hmm.
and then it still happened.
Oh, But in the let me check again. How about in the editor one?
I'll try in the editor. Okay. Where's it? Where's it? Where's it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know where am I going to. Why is this thing having some issues? I mean, I struggle with the terminal.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, sorry, I I have struggled with the terminal because the terminal I have the I basically struggle with the terminal, and then I don't know where the heck is it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, in the top bottom part, yeah. So
So I tried. Then I don't know why is it quiet, and then
oh, it's only just like some small small. Yeah. So uh just make sure that I think are you in the Webpack level 2 directory already?
pardon.
Are you I think can you like write anything and enter? Yeah, so we
It
can
has issues with this whole thing because I don't know why they
oh so you can close it and just like reopen it so it can work normally.
close it. I already closed, and then I have to reopen using the view and terminal.
Yeah. Try again. Oh, so it's still storing. Oh, you can choose the trash can to delete everything. Trash can in the right.
Wait, trash can.
The trash can, yeah. So it can be reset.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can try this one, the change directory first. So you can change the directory first. I put it in the chat. And then you can follow on with the init setup.
Okay. Let me try again,
Yeah.
and then I need to put init setup, right?
Yeah.
But it still say not a directory.
Oh, because change drive is so please get my instruction from the chat. And yeah, maybe so I can demonstrate the continued I can continue the demonstration first. So maybe you can call the
Oh,
chat
wait.
box. Hmm?
What is it? It says dot init shell. Oh, so this whole thing it says dot init shell, right?
You have to change the directory first and remove the initial part. So
So I have to remove the init shell,
yeah, stop at level 2. Yeah. Stop
and
at
then
level 2. And then call the dot slash init.sh. Init.sh. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I hope you can continue with the process. So yeah. Let me share again. Entire screen. Okay. So here I will do the walkthrough. so you can see the steps, and you can also do it asynchronously together with me from the slides also. So here we are going to uh yeah set the main project, and then we will call the G-Cloud services enable compute step, which is loading all the needed uh, libraries like AI platform, and then artifact registry, spanner, and also storage. So maybe it takes some time to load all the libraries. Then after completed, you can call dot slash setup dot shell or sh, where we will set up everything. So we have the bucket name, we are creating the bucket, and then we are also creating the spanner database. So after completing the creation of the spanner database, then we can like change directory to the level 2 and the backend part. So we will be moving on to the backend part where we will load some data. We will call the UV and then sync to execute the backend preparation, which is creating an virtual environment and then preparing all the packages needed. And then here we are in the spanner. So you can move on to the spanner. You can search it in the search box. And then you will come into the Spanner Studio. So in the Spanner Studio, you can look at all the tables there. So it is already inserted from our synchronize command. And then here we have the table, which is biomes, needs, resources, and other configurations. So from all the entities, we can
Miss,
look.
Miss,
Yes.
you're not sharing your screen, is it?
Huh? Wait.
Yeah. Are you sharing your screen?
Yes. From which part?
I,
Uh.
I cannot see the screen. I cannot,
Yeah. From which part was it? Stop.
from the spanner, you say.
Okay. Spanner Studio here. Okay. So here you can like search in the top search box, which is Spanner. And then we can look at the tables here. Tables is actually entities or nodes from the graph. And then here we can like open and preview the data. So you can right click and preview data. You can look at the data, and you can like check it out and make sure that all the information is there. So this is from the synchronize command. Yeah, so for example, you can preview the data of the survivor. So Spanner is a graph-based data storage. And here you can look at the graph-based data, and yeah, every data also has name, role, also biome, and other stuff. So we can also create query here. So for example, we can call the graph survivor network and match between survivor and the biomes. The biome is the location of the survivor. So in this illustration and simulation, the biome is the position of the survivors. So here there's the nodes and edge, and also the relationship which is available, which is survivor in the biome. So you can look and explore the the data. And yeah, wait, am I still sharing? Okay. So here's the biome. which is a frozen tundra. You can see the description, and then the survivor is located there. And then we can also check the skills, which is every survivor has their own skills. So for example, one has leadership, and also others has the technical skills, and yeah, other skills that is available in the data. So you can explore. You don't have to explore like my way, but you can just try it. So another one is survivor and their needs. So for the survivor, it needs science, and this one needs medical, and this one needs yeah, it has problems with survival and technical issues. So it needs the skills provided. So we want to match one survivor to another survivor. We want to match the needed skill and the available skill, and we want to like do matchmaking here. So in the bottom part, you can see that there's the relations, which is the needs of survivor and the skill. And the relationship is survivor has the need. Yeah, so in the connecting edge or link, it is the relationship from one node to another node. So we can also check out the survival has skill, has need, and also in biome. So we can combine it. Let me share again. I think it's disconnected. Okay, so here we have the biomes and the survivors, and we can like compare and combine. So actually, a survivor has their skills, and we can like check out all the relations. So what is the plus of this kind of data? We can choose our entities or nodes that we want to display, and we also can choose the relation that we want to display or we want to search on, and then we can like create the relations and show the relations, and like yeah, we can view it as a whole. So skills and the survivor is there, and we can visualize it. And the interesting part is also we can like drag drop the nodes. So we can move the nodes, and we can choose like what kind of layout we want to choose in the drop down. So this one is the force directed layout of a graph. And if it's not according to our needs, we can choose another type of layout according to our needs. So there's these skills. Okay. So yeah, you can make sure that all the data is loaded, and then we can like check out the relation, check out the nodes, check out the relation. Here is called edge. So there's the edge and also nodes connecting to each other. Okay, then we can do text embeddings. So here we can combine the spanner. We can set up our project and endpoint. In this endpoint, we have the text embedding task. So we want to convert the data to embeddings where we can later cross-check. So for example, the skill is medical. But if someone queries the word, I want to find someone that knows medicine, for example. We have to match medical and medicine. In the database world, we cannot just do the matching because in SQL queries, medicine and medical will not match. So here we want to do embeddings, and then we want to do semantic matching. So from what the user asks, we can match the terms. So for example, the term medic is related with medical science, maybe like that. And we can make sure that it's still uh, available from the similar terms in the same semantic context. And in here, we also can create the model Gemini Pro. So we can have the prompt and then the contents, and then we can like get the endpoint to our AI platform, and also we can match the skills with the text, and we can like set up the URL. Don't forget to always set up the project ID. So here in the placeholder, it is we need to set up the Gemini. So if there's problem with the Gemini Pro, for example, we forgot to set up the project ID, we can drop the model first, and then we can run the model again by setting up the correct project ID, because sometimes we don't copy or forget to copy the actual project ID. And then we can do pairing. So we can pair, for example, David Chen and Elena Frost has 9 of 10 AI assessment for matching. So yeah, you can also use this solution for profile matching for job openings, for example, where we can match like one person's skill with the requirement from the company, or we can match one person to another to work together in a team. And then we will go back to the front end part. So here we can like check out the hybrid search service Python code. So this is combining the AI interpreted keywords that is asked by the user, for example, with the semantic search array key. Oh yeah, sorry. I think, yeah, it's disconnected. Okay, let me share again. I will share the video for you to access later on because of the limited time. So don't worry, I will share it later to Samuel, and you can implement it in your free time. So this is the Python code where we will do like query analysis. We will recommend the correct people with another people based on the similarity. Here it's called survivor, yeah. So I mentioned people, but actually it's like the survivor. So in the keyword analysis, we have to like match between the name and the category, and make sure the survivor is matched based on the biome, also the location, because sometimes we want to ask like which is the nearest survivor that can help me. So the parameters is not only matching the skill but also the biome. And by using knowledge graph and graph matching similarity, we can like match more than one semantic similarity. Here we have the embedding for the text and also embedding for the skills. And also we can use like cosine similarity to match between two nodes like that. Okay, so here, this is the illustration of the semantic search tool. So in the hybrid search tools, we want to match the semantic search. So the grounding is the information from the spanner graph. And then we want the LLM to do the matching based on the semantic similarity that is provided from the spanner graph. So we want to just show and edit the correct code so you can all like view the the demonstration. Then we want to look at the agent. So you have all learned about the agent, right? So here we already have an agent by Python code here. And yeah, like the search logic is meaning to to get the information from the documents. So the retrieval augmented generation usually like gets data from the resources that is provided as the grounding of our model. So we don't want our model and our agent to answer anything from the internet. We want it or from its knowledge base. So we want it to do semantic matching and also semantic searching between the query that is input and then from the data being loaded. Okay, and then there's the chat. Yeah, I demonstrated in the early session that there's a chat box. So the chat area is also based on Gemini, and we need an API key so we can like load the data. And then there's the memory services. So as I mentioned in the early workshop, memory services is also important for us to remember the user preference so we don't forget about what the user wants or inquires in the previous chat. And then the runner part is running the root agent with the correct session service and the correct memory service. So yeah, you have learned previously that we need runners to help agents to like set up that it will run according to our configuration provided. And here we are doing configuration for the memory service. And the RAG retrieval augmented generation and is also based on the image that we will upload and it will do the matching. So here we can check out the local ATK web server and we can like run the link to make sure that it is running well. So now is the process of running the agent and we can follow link the localhost link. Nowadays, there's some memes where people say, I have created agents with anti-gravity and they provided a localhost link. So here is the example of the RAG default of the ATK interface where we can choose the agent and try to run the agent based on our initially set up. Yeah. So for example, I can ask who can help with the injuries, and then it will call the semantic search, and it will provide the answer. David Chen and Elena Frost is also a candidate. Yeah, so this is the survivor. And we can also find someone who can fly a plane to the volcanic area. And also it can provide some answers. So basically, the agent can run from our initial steps. And you can also cross-check the code provided in the in the slides, and also in the end of the slides I also provided the link of the resources of the code lab for trying this out. So you can try it out and make sure that it's all running according to our knowledge graph that is already set up in the spanner. And about the demonstration for the hand gesture previously, it's an example where the ADK is published, is like set it up on our own front end. So the previous demonstration with the black interface, it's a default interface provided by Agent Development Kit. But as usual, we can create our own style of interface, and then we can use, like, for example, MCP to connect with other platform and other company configurations. And then, yeah, we still can utilize the ATK framework in the back end. So, yeah, later on, I will share the resources also to Samuel so he can share it to you all. And I hope you can have some time to try it again. Yeah, I think the navigation is quite complicated and there are so many steps. So, because yeah, as you know, this is the multimodal part. So, basically, if we process text only or image only, it's more simple. But for combining image and text, where we can process text and also process image, then it will become more detailed with much more steps to complete. But basically, I want to like summarize that we will combine the information from the nodes and the graph, and we also will combine the information from the image. So the image will provide the task. For example, I need a helper in the medicine part, and then from the image, it can retrieve the contents and then call the spanner part. So that's the multimodality that I want to demonstrate. So I will give the time back to Mr. Samuel. Thank you for giving the opportunity to share.
Thank you so much, Prof, for joining from Indonesia and giving us time. I hope that everybody can understand. We will gonna share this recording and also the slide and also the another recording by Prof later on. Maybe I will try to merge it or I will try to upload it together, so it's much more easier for you. So before we finish, I would like to request everyone to open their camera so we can have a small photography session. Hello guys, can you open the camera please? To be honest, from today onward, the session gonna be a bit complicated. Yeah, because it's touching from intermediate to advanced level. So yeah, hope everything works out fine. Then let me turn off the recording.